The 1990s were filled with sleeper cars, those unassuming rides that packed serious power under the hood. From fast sedans to quiet hatchbacks, these cars hid their true potential, leaving many drivers shocked when they hit the gas. Number 8, 1999, Ford Taurus SHO. The 1999 Ford Taurus SHO isn't just another car you'd find cruising down the street. It's one of the rarest sedans Ford ever made, with only 3,300 units produced. But what makes this car so unique? Well, let's break it down. When Ford dropped this model, the SHO had already built a reputation, and the third generation, from 1996 to 1999, really stood out. Unlike the earlier boxy and traditional models, the 1999 Taurus SHO introduced a smoother, more rounded body design. It wasn't exactly the prettiest thing on the road, but that was part of its charm. It was unassuming, making it the perfect sleeper car. The average person might not have even realized it was something different from the regular Taurus, unless they got a closer look. Well, those features were subtle, but they made a difference. Alloy wheels, sportier seats, and unique bumpers weren't the only surprises. Ford added a wind deflector on the driver's side windshield wiper to keep it in place at high speeds, which was a nice touch for a car with some real power under the hood. Now let's talk about that power, because this SHO stands out. Unlike the other Tauruses, this one came with a V8 engine. Yep, a V8. This was the only generation of the Taurus SHO that had it. A 235 horsepower V8, built with help from Yamaha, made sure the Taurus wasn't just a looker, it could move when needed. But here's where it gets interesting. While the engine was strong, it had its quirks. After about 50,000 miles, some owners started having problems with the engine, particularly the camshaft and sprocket. When this happens, the engine could fail, which is not what you want when you've paid for a car like this. It was a small percentage of cars, only about 1,200 out of 20,000. So not everyone experienced it, but it's something to keep in mind if you ever think about picking up a used one. In terms of rarity, this SHO was already outshone by its history. Sales dropped compared to earlier models, with a peak of 9,000 units in 1997, which led to the discontinuation of the SHO after 1999. Ford had other things in mind, focusing on luxury brands like Lincoln and Jaguar then, and the SHO didn't fit with their new direction. The Ford Taurus SHO might not have been the most popular or reliable, but it's one of the rarest. Its V8 engine and unique features make it a forgotten gem of the 90s. Number 7, 1992, GMC Typhoon. The 1992 GMC Typhoon is one of the rarest SUVs you've probably never heard of. Only 2,200 were made, making it a real hidden marvel. The Typhoon wasn't just another SUV, a fast, powerful machine disguised as a regular car. Imagine a two-door SUV that could keep up with Ferraris. Sounds unreal, right? But it was real. This was the first performance SUV in America, and it had the power to outrun most cars. So, what made this SUV so special? It had the same turbocharged 262 cubic-inch V6 engine as the GMC Cyclone pickup, which was also very powerful. The engine had 280 horsepower and 350 pound-feet of torque. That's enough power to leave many sports cars in the dust. The Typhoon could go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 5.3 seconds. That's faster than some sports cars. The quarter-mile time, 14.1 seconds. Faster than cars like the Acura NSX. But the Typhoon wasn't just fast. It looked tough, too. With wide tires, an aggressive front, and a blacked-out design, it looked like it meant business. Everything was black leather inside, making it clear this was not your typical family SUV. It was built for speed and style and had the power to back it up. To get that crazy speed off the line, drivers had to use a trick. Press the brake with their left foot, push the gas until the boost gauge peaked, and then let go of the brake. Despite all its power and style, the Typhoon remains a mystery to most people. Why? GMC only made a few of them, and it was ahead of its time. At the time, SUVs weren't supposed to be that fast. The Typhoon wasn't great for hauling things, and many people couldn't understand why an SUV needed to be so fast. But for those who drove it, the Typhoon was a game changer. It didn't just break the rules, it created a new standard for what an SUV could do. If you like this, make sure to like and subscribe for more. Number 6, 1995 Ford F-150S VT Lightning. The first-generation Ford F-150 SVT Lightning is one of the rarest pickups you've probably never heard of. Only 11,563 of these trucks were made between 1993 and 1995, making them a hidden treasure in the automotive world. This truck wasn't just about looks. It was designed to give high-performance sports cars a run for their money while still packing the power and capability Ford's F-Series was known for. Ford aimed to compete with GM's high-performance vehicles like the GMC Cyclone and the Chevrolet 454 SS. The Lightning's goal? To give you a Mustang-like performance, but with the toughness of a truck. Under the hood, Ford used a modified 351 cubic inch Windsor FIV8 engine, known for its solid power and torque. The engine produced 240 horsepower and 340 pound-feet of torque. This power was enough to rocket the Lightning from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 7.6 seconds. Keep in mind that this is a truck, not a sports car. Plus, it reaches the top speed of 110 miles per hour, quick for its time. But here's where things get interesting. The Lightning had a 4-speed automatic transmission with an auxiliary oil cooler, giving it an edge in performance. It was built to be fast and agile, challenging the norm for trucks of that era. However, despite its impressive speed, the Lightning wasn't as widely known or appreciated as it should have been. Its rarity makes it more of a mystery to many car enthusiasts today. Ford didn't produce many of them, and the competition in the performance truck market was fierce. In 1995, Ford only produced 2,280 Lightning, further cementing its status as a rare vehicle. This generation of the Lightning didn't have all the fancy features we see today, but it was a proper performance truck that pushed the boundaries of what a pickup could do. Still, it also had a serious advantage over some of its competitors, including the GMC Cyclone, which made the Lightning's performance even more impressive. Despite all this, the F-150 SVT Lightning didn't take off as much as Ford hoped. It stayed under the radar, because, at the time, trucks like these weren't meant to be fast. People weren't ready for a truck that could go toe-to-toe with sports cars. Ford didn't make a lot of them, and as a result, it became more of a forgotten gem. The rarity, combined with the unique combination of speed and toughness, makes the first-gen Lightning one of history's most overlooked performance trucks. In the end, the Lightning was a perfect blend of performance and capability. And if you were lucky enough to own one, you had a truck that genuinely stood out from the crowd. Today, it's still a rare find and a true performance icon, even if most people don't know it. Number 5, 1990, Mercury Cougar XR7. The 1990 Mercury Cougar XR7 is one of those rare cars that doesn't get the attention it deserves. Produced in minimal numbers, only 841 units were made, making it a hidden masterpiece in American muscle cars. If you didn't know about this car, you wouldn't be alone. It's one of those under-the-radar cars that offers an incredible mix of performance and luxury, but doesn't have the fame to back it up. But here's the thing. It's not just another mid-size sedan. This car was designed to go up against some of the toughest competition at the time, and it did so with style and power. Now, don't let the smooth looks fool you. Under the hood, the Cougar XR7 is packing some severe heat. It has a supercharged V6 engine, delivers 210 horsepower and 315 pound-feet of torque. That means this car can move fast, real fast. And it does it smoothly, thanks to its fully independent suspension and 4-wheel disc brakes with anti-lock control. This isn't a car that cruises. It can handle itself on the road with style and precision. And for those who prefer a little more hands-on driving, the Cougar XR7 even comes with a 5-speed manual transmission. But for the rest of us, there's the option of a 4-speed automatic transmission that delivers smooth shifts every time. What makes the Cougar even more impressive is its automatic adjustable suspension. You can set it to firm mode for sharp cornering or auto for a more comfortable, smooth ride. And here's where things get fancy. The car's computer system can automatically adjust the suspension when it senses heavy load or sharp turns. That means the car stays in control and smooths things out on the fly. It's like having a super bright co-pilot who knows precisely how to handle the car for you. But let's talk about what makes this car rare. It wasn't just fast, it was designed with technology ahead of its time. The supercharged engine works with an intercooler that keeps things cool and efficient, giving you the power you need without the engine getting too hot. And the rear-wheel drive setup, combined with that independent suspension, ensures that the car handles well even when pushed to the limits. like this one. You won't find many sedans from this era that blend comfort, speed, and handling. Despite all this, the Cougar XR7 flew under the radar. People weren't ready for a luxury performance sedan like this, and only a few thousand made it into the hands of buyers. Even though it had everything going for it, power, handling, comfort, it didn't get the recognition it deserved. But suppose you're lucky enough to find one today. In that case, you've stumbled upon an outstanding marvel, a rare piece of automotive history that combines performance and luxury in a way still impressive by modern standards. Number 4, 1995 Ford Thunderbird SC. The 1995 Ford Thunderbird SC is one of those rare cars that doesn't get nearly enough love. Only 574 of these unique cars were made, which makes them as hard to find as a needle in a haystack. But here's the thing, this car was a true sleeper, sneaking in some serious performance under that smooth, stylish exterior. You'd think it was just another cruiser if you weren't paying attention. But once you hit the gas, you'd realize you were wrong. Under the hood, the Thunderbird SC was packing a supercharged V6 engine. This wasn't your typical V6. It came with an Eaton M90 Roots-type supercharger and larger fuel injectors, giving it a punchy 230 horsepower and 330 pound-feet of torque. And for those who like to shift gears, it came with a 5-speed manual transmission that added a bit of fun for driving enthusiasts. So, while it may have looked like a cruiser, it had the performance to keep up with the best. But let's talk about what makes the Thunderbird SC special. It was ahead of its time. Unlike most American cars, the Thunderbird SC had an independent rear suspension. That means it could handle corners like a pro and smooth the ride, even on rough roads. When most of its competitors were still rocking solid rear axles, the Thunderbird SC offered comfort and performance in one neat package. Now, the Thunderbird SC wasn't perfect. Its design was a mixed bag. The sports seats had high bolsters that didn't scream luxury, and the interior was bland. But let's not forget, this car was built for performance, not showrooms. On the outside, it had that signature Thunderbird look, sleek, low-slung, and sporty. The headlights were slim and horizontal, and the grille and air intake helped keep that supercharged engine cool. It looked like a car that could take on anything, but sadly, it didn't get the attention it deserved. The internal problems at Ford hurt the Thunderbird SC's chances. The car was expensive to make and came in heavier than expected, leading to many controversies. By the time it was released, it had gotten the proper advertising push and ended up being the black sheep of the Thunderbird family. Despite all its great features, it didn't sell as well as it should have, making it one of the most underappreciated cars of the 90s. So, if you ever find yourself stumbling upon a Thunderbird SC today, consider yourself lucky. This rare, underrated gem combines muscle car performance with a smooth, comfortable ride. It's a shame it didn't get the attention it deserved back in the day, but that makes it all the more special now. Number 3, 1993 Oldsmobile Achieva SCX. Most people have never heard of the 1993 Oldsmobile Achieva SCX, but it's a hidden gem that deserves attention. With only 500 units made, this car is harder to find than a rare collector's item. So, why is it so special? Let's discuss what makes this car so unknown and unique. First, let's talk about its performance. The SCX was a sportier version of the regular Achieva, and it wasn't just about looks. This car had a souped-up engine, giving it anywhere from 120 to 60 horsepower. For a compact car, that's pretty impressive. It could go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in about 8.5 to 10 seconds, which was fast. Its top speed reached 120 miles per hour, making it a fun car for anyone who wanted a bit of excitement. Additionally, it came with 2 transmission options, a 3-speed automatic or a 5-speed manual. So, whether you liked shifting your gears or preferred an automatic, the Achieva SCX covered you. And don't forget, it was front-wheel drive, which made handling smooth and predictable, especially for a car that wasn't exactly built for racing. Now, let's talk about the looks. The SCX wasn't trying to scream for attention with flashy body kits or oversized spoilers. Instead, subtle design tweaks made it stand out just enough. It had sportier front and rear bumpers and some side cladding. But it wasn't over the top. It was the perfect balance of sporty and classy, so it flew under the radar. Most people would never guess it was packing some extra performance under the hood. Beyond this, the interior was pretty straightforward but comfortable. It came with a choice of durable fabrics or leather upholstery, and you could even get an optional sunroof. The cabin wasn't as flashy as some other cars on the market then, but it was practical and designed to keep you comfortable on long drives. What made the Achieva SCX even rarer was that it was one of the few compact cars at the time to offer ABS brakes as an option across all its trims. This car had features ahead of its time, but sadly, not enough people knew about it. Ultimately, the 1993 Oldsmobile Achieva SCX may not be a household name, but it's a car that deserves recognition. Its combination of performance, unique design, and limited production makes it a rare find that has quietly earned its place in automotive history. Number 2, 1992 Dodge Spirit RT. The 1992 Dodge Spirit RT is one of those cars you probably don't hear much about, but it's one of the coolest sleeper cars you've never seen. When you first look at it, you might think it's just another boxy, plain sedan, nothing special. But once you pop the hood, everything changes. This car hides some serious power and engineering inside, making it a rare find and a forgotten performance beast. The Spirit RT wasn't your typical family sedan. Underneath its dull exterior, it packed a punch with the Turbo 3 engine, a highly tuned version of Dodge's 135 cubic inch four-cylinder. This engine had many high-tech features, including twin balance shafts, double overhead cams, and a turbocharger. Also, it produced an impressive 224 horsepower, which was seriously strong for a four-cylinder in the early 90s. To put that into perspective, this car could go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 5.8 seconds, faster than a BMW M5 or a Nissan 300ZX Turbo from that time. And this wasn't a lightweight sports car. It weighed over 3,000 pounds and could still hit speeds of 142 miles per hour. That's some serious performance hidden in a vehicle that didn't look like it could do much. Now, here's where the rarity kicks in. Only about 1,400 of these cars were ever made, and chances are fewer than that are still around today. So, if you find one, you're holding onto a piece of automotive history. Despite its performance, the Spirit RT never became a big name. People overlooked it because of its dull, boxy design. It was like a wolf in sheep's clothing, quiet, unassuming, but deadly regarding speed. And here's the twist. While the American market only got the Spirit RT in basic colors like red, white, and silver, the Mexican market had a much cooler version. The cars there had more options like leather seats, a sunroof, and even bigger wheels. They could also be ordered in various colors, not just the few options offered in the US. In Mexico, these cars were sold under the Chrysler name, not Dodge, adding another layer of uniqueness. Despite its impressive specs and low production numbers, the Spirit RT never became the sought-after classic it deserves to be. It's still one of those forgotten gems that flew under the radar. But for those who know about it, the 1992 Dodge Spirit RT is a true American performance legend hiding in plain sight. Number 1, 1994 to 1996, Chevrolet Impala SS. The 1994 to 1996. Chevrolet Impala SS is one of those cars that slipped under the radar, but it's a hidden gem in American muscle. It's not flashy or loud, but you realize how rare and extraordinary it is when you dig into its features. This car didn't just look different, it was built differently, with a low-slung suspension, top-quality shocks, and big disc brakes, making it ready to handle speed like a pro. On the outside, the Impala SS had some unique touches that made it stand out. It sported a clean, monotone grille, body molding, and a spoiler that gave it enough attitude without being too in your face. In 1994, it only came in black, which gave it a sleek, understated look. By 1995, Chevy had given buyers more options in colors like dark cherry metallic and dark gray green. Now let's talk about power. The heart of the Impala SS is its LT1V8 engine, which generates 260 horsepower and 330 pound-feet of torque. That's a lot of muscle for a car that wasn't screaming for attention. The engine was mated to a smooth shifting 4-speed automatic transmission, giving you fast acceleration and plenty of power for cruising or quick bursts. It wasn't just about performance. This car was also surprisingly smooth and quiet, making it feel like a grown-up hot rod. What makes this car even more of a rare find is how easy it is to boost its performance. A few simple modifications, like swapping out the computer chip and adding a better exhaust system, can push the horsepower into the 300 range. If you're looking for speed, you can even crank it up to 400 horsepower with additional tweaks. A whole community of Impala SS enthusiasts supports this car, and tons of aftermarket parts are available to make it even faster. Despite its powerful engine and the potential for more speed, the Impala SS never became a household name. It flew under the radar for many, but for those who know it, it's a rare classic car that combines power, comfort, and the potential for customization. Which 90s sleeper car surprised you the most with its hidden power? Let us know in the comments below.